So we're going to do a short part two of package management, and I'm going to show you both the Yum package manager and the graphical package manager that's in our Cengage tool. And so we're just going to jump really quickly into that. Okay, and this particular one is my GitHub. Okay, so here is our Cengage virtual live lab, and we are already on our Linux box. So I want to show you a couple things. First of all, I have a application here, and there is a software tool available under System Tools and Software. And so this will give me a list of software that packages that I can install. This is just a graphical front end for your normal package manager. Sometimes it makes it easier to view the software and see what you have and do it in a graphical way. I don't particularly like the graphical interface just because they don't always have as much information, and I prefer to do it in the command line. So, but this is that. So I can look at any package I want to. We'll look for mud real quick because we used that in the last one. Let's see, that's my software log viewer, so I'm going to close that. Here's what I want. I want to put my MUT right here. MUT is a little client that makes it easy to view email, and so here it is, a text mode mail user agent. So if I wanted to install that, I could easily just click the install button right here. And as you can see, what I'm doing is I'm going through and installing the MUT text-based mail client. So a lot of times these little clients are lightweight. Um, it doesn't take long to install it, and so that's been done. But I can accomplish the same thing by doing this from the command line. And the great thing about it is I can control the logs and other things about where that goes. So what I'll do real quick is jump into Yum. Now Yum doesn't have as pretty of a menu as the advanced package tool does. But it does give me all of the commands that I might want to use with it. So I'm just going to go ahead and look at my MUT package, yum info MUT. Actually, taking a little bit of time to look through the repository and grab that information. But as you can see, here is MUT, 5.9 megabytes. It is installed, and here is the version number and other information about it. We can actually go to the website for MUT. If I were to click on that, it would open up Firefox and open that page up. Although on this particular virtual machine, it's going to be very slow, but it would indeed show it to me. So I could look at that package. But that is, I could install it right here, and immediately upon installing it, I could use that tool. So what it does is it puts a folder in my um, sorry, it puts a application right there for me to do it. I have a manual page update for Mutt and other things. So I'm going to also just move here quickly here, and we're going to look at the apropos and for the word software, because I want to show you the fact that I'm able to go in and I want to launch that graphical software interface just from the command prompt, just so you can see me do that. I can launch a number of different things. In this case, I'm just going to go ahead really quickly and launch the software tool. And notice, there you go. You have the software tool. So I can actually, this is their version of the store. That's the front end. And what we get here are the different repositories. And I can turn those on or off. And I can look at the specific um, categories of software and actually install it with a tool. So this is that graphical version. And as you can see, if I was in a network environment where I was actually had that particular page and I was looking at the software, I would, and obviously going slower, having to move the mouse and that kind of thing. Depending on the connection, I'm going to want to use my command line interface for that. So it's just another overview that you do have the graphical options to install software, so that's normal. But all of those things can be accomplished through the command line interface. There's nothing that you cannot do on the command line interface that can be done in the graphical environment. So it's always a more you always have more control and power in that command line interface. So thank you for that. That's just some examples of how to use graphical package management as well as the Yum package manager.